Hello everyone and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2 preview playthrough as the Pentastar alignment. In the last episode we took Mandalore and we had a pretty big battle with the Greater Maldrood, taking out their main fleet. So if you haven't seen that yet, it was a pretty long, pretty intense battle there. We lost a lot of our ships, so definitely go back to the last episode and check that out. This is all that survives from our 3 eastern fleets. We are trying to rebuild between all of our planets here still, but we're gonna have to wait on some of our credits to come back. But our main goal here is still to try to take out the Greater Maldrood. So what I think we're gonna try to do is take Contruum and then take the Roche asteroid fields, which will be, I think, yeah, they'll still have Thanos, and then they do have Charuba, I'm not sure, but what I'd like to be able to do is have it so that we control this territory. We can take this path up here. Eventually we can go and take Thanos. But I want to leave it kind of open so that the New Republic and Imperial Remnant can still do some stuff to them. Because it looks like the New Republic is kind of backed into a corner here. But I don't know if they're going to be able to go... Oh, the New Republic actually is making their way into the Empire of the Hands territory. Which means that we could come into conflict with them pretty soon, actually. But yeah, so let's get back into it here. We do have a few things queued up, and we have a couple new patrons, or we do have a new patron ship to build up here. We have, where is it? Here? Yes, Showdown. So since it hasn't had a chance to be in here yet, we'll get that first. I'm not sure why Relena gets the bonus to the build time, or the build cost, and nothing else does. So, whatever. So I think we will... Let's send these guys over to hold to Contruum, because then we can take all that. We can leave some ships over to Contruum when we send the main fleet into the Roche asteroid field. Eventually we're going to have to start building a few more of the smaller ships, because right now we mostly just have, in this fleet, we have Praetors and 1 Secutor and 2 SSDs, so nothing under 2200 meters, which means we are very vulnerable to any kind of fighter attacks, which means if they re-Secutor, which it looks like they're doing, we're going to be in trouble. Let's get Jarek down there first. And he's second now. I think this happens when the game is auto-saving, like Bob was talking to us about. Bob is the one of the developers for Phoenix Rising, which we're also doing a playthrough of on the channel, if you haven't seen that yet. But yeah, so Bob seems to think that that's from the auto-saving from that. We were talking about it with the space stuff, because sometimes it does happen with space battles, but it's not auto-saving at the same time with space battles, so I'm not sure if it's all from the same thing. But yeah, it does seem likely that it's the autosave for ground, because it does seem to primarily happen with ground, and Phoenix Rising and Thrawn's Revenge both have fairly large save files, considering the size of the GCs, and with us the number of factions. But I want to get up to this area. This is another map that probably wouldn't be too bad if it was split. There's a couple of the maps that we were talking about. Rogue Leader went back in and that's already split. Let's go over here. Ready for orders. Receiving orders. They're mostly going to be protecting the base as usual. That we can probably pretty easily remove using the exact same kind of behaviors that we implemented with space. So that should be a fairly simple change. As you wish. I'm going to send these guys... I think we can bring down some stormtroopers. I want to say there's this radar here. So we'll try and get that.
We've secured a landing zone. Moving out.
At some point, if we have extra time, I want to redo the animation, or add the Pentastar alignment, their logo to this thing. Did it with the Emperor of the Hand, and I'm pretty sure you can do that with as many factions as you like. We just never really had a chance to. No, they're coming in. I think we're close enough to the structures that they... Yeah.
Reporting.
Okay, let's get some bacta for Jarek. And let's get you guys up there.
Moving out.
Yes, Commander. Target acquired.
Roger
The rest of you can head
Transit
in,
proceeding.
hit the structure there.
Attacking.
Jarek, I want you healed up.
Constructing.
Ready. Commencing attack. Weapons armed. Awaiting orders.
Okay.
Form up. Command
Is
received.
there
Right
sensor
away.
node here?
Moving
No,
out.
this might just be where the shield gen goes.
Heading
Complete. AT-AT destroyed. Moving to secondary
Awaiting
position.
orders.
Alright, Jarek, you can get in here and shut that whole thing down. There we go.
Copy.
Alright,
Destination
so
ahead.
go there and drop off the troops whenever you
Let's
can. I
move
think
out.
this is infantry only.
Ready.
I like that little path there.
Moving out. Bombing run available.
And let's grab some Hailfire, sentry
Setting
tanks,
my way.
ATPTs. This seems like it might not be the best map for an ATTE.
Secured and abandoned
Let's get
sensor array.
more of the smaller stuff.
Inputting coordinates.
Capacity.
Ooh, there's going to be 2 ATATs up
Bomber
here.
standing by. Commence attack run. Enemies in range.
I copy. Let's go.
Alright, so we'll mostly focus on our actual forces down
my way.
here.
Engaging enemy.
Alright.
Support order acknowledged.
Scanning area.
A little base there. That AT-AT and this AT-AT are probably going to come down a bit. Once we take out... We'll use the orbital bombardment on this one. And that'll probably take out that AT-AT, but this guy's going to be coming down to us.
Reporting. Keep going.
Let's get you
Providing
guys up
covering
there.
fire.
Yes, sir. This way.
Fire. On the move.
And up here.
We'll back you up.
So we put a lot of effort into making the space
Yes,
units
Commander.
roughly scaled
there.
properly. Like after 2,200 meters, we give it diminishing returns. Otherwise, stuff like the
Ready.
Executor wouldn't fit on the map at all.
Firing.
But what we'd like to do, with probably won't happen with this build, but with 2.3 maybe, when we do focus a bit more on ground, I would like to have it be a little bit more accurate as far as scaling goes. I don't think we'll be able to do like completely accurate, because, well, if we scaled everything
Lancet standing
down,
by.
if we had like the AT-AT as a
Exactly.
proper size now and then
Thanks.
scaled down from there, potentially. But we don't want to make infantry too small to see.
Available.
That'll be something we have to figure out a bit more. Alright. Now, Jarek, get back down to your thing. Actually, can Jarek? Yeah, you can.
Aerial artillery reporting. Receiving orders.
Let's get him over here. I'm just going to fast forward for this, because we're just going to go convert that.
As you wish. Ready for orders.
Heal up.
At the ready. Squadron moving out. Lancet proceeding.
I'm going to try to fly in behind it.
received.
Run
Right away.
available.
Moving out.
Alright, so it's going to have to try to turn around if it wants to do anything about this.
Heading out.
It's kind of a cramped
Destination
area.
ahead. Let's move out.
Move back a little bit. Come on.
Let's go. Keep going.
There we go.
We are
There we go.
victorious.
And everything worked out.
System control achieved.
Okay, so I'm gonna build in or dig in here. Let's put
Building cancelled.
we'll put like 4 heavy vehicle factories there. And did we put HV guns on Metalorn? We did. So let's put light vehicle factories there.
Construction complete.
Okay, so we are gonna go for Roche. Roche.
Construction complete.
Roche. It shouldn't be too hard to take, because they just have the 1 sector there. Oh no, they don't even have a sector there anymore. So we can go pretty quickly take that. It's not the ideal fleet. There's an allegiance.
Tactical battle imminent.
And then we'll have that whole little spine of planets that goes out to Anameridius. And we can try to consolidate that. By the time we're done with that, we'll see how the Greater Maldrood versus IR versus Empire of the Hand little thing in the core is going. I don't think the New Republic's going to attack us from Mon Calamari to Hast. I don't think they'll be able to build up enough ships there for that.
Order confirmed.
We do have a raid fleet here. I think this is only at 10% chance for raid fleets, which is why we haven't really seen too much of them.
Heading to destination.
Or too many of them. The number, too many, but the saying, haven't seen any, you know what I meant.
Choose your reinforcements.
Let's get Billy the Bellator here. I don't know which Bellator that actually was. Did it not?
Coming around.
I don't know why that's canceling.
Heading to destination.
There we go. Are you Shunin? Yeah, I think this is Shunin's.
Awaiting.
I think Commodore's Pride and I forget the name of the other one are out to the west. One's with Kane, one's with
awaiting your
on your one.
orders.
Okay, that is really annoying me. Which fighter type are you? Are they? Okay, that's TIE fighters that are happening with that.
Awaiting your command. Your command, sir. Engaging the enemy.
Choose your reinforcements.
Let's say goodbye to some fighters.
En route.
So I want to see just which fighter types that happens with. I did fix the thing. It turned out to be one of these guns on the sector that was doing a thing where it would fire from off center or the map's origin point. Because one of the names, it's supposed to be named Turbo 02, I think, and it was just named Turbo _2 without the 0. So, problem solved.
Bomber squadron reporting.
I'm not sure if it's all just been, yeah, that's just TIE fighters that I've noticed so far. I haven't noticed any TIE Intercept. I'm not sure if the TIE Interceptors do it as well, because it'll be a lot easier to fix if I can just, once I find out all the fighters that do it. I don't think it's a universal thing. I think it's just specific types.
We've got them on scopes.
The station.
Ready. Engines activated. Ready to receive orders. Reporting in. Attack commencing.
Okay. Siegfried, you need to get in there a little bit further. Regular sector.
Roger that.
Hold on. Is it you? You're going for Shuninsville party. Something that's flying around. Your target is the goal. What the?
Form up. Attack. We're moving out. Fire.
Right. Let's get this station out of here.
Fire. Getting a lock. Intercepting. Destroyer here.
These Mytels are just ripping apart the Secutor.
Copy. Our target priority is the laser cannons. I got one. Take out the ion cannons. I copy. Attack that target.
Ties reporting in.
The smaller ships are actually doing not too bad against the Bellator here. Oh, there's the army troopers.
I've got him. Tie interceptor here.
Let's get you guys over to hit that thing. I don't know if they're gonna retreat.
The lasers are our target. Attacking target.
Alright, we can speed that up a bit too, because everything else is
Star
down.
Destroyer standing by.
Well, even then...
For the Empire.
Yeah, there we go. Days gone.
Planetary control achieved.
Alright, that planet is space only, so we don't need to do anything else there, but this will cut them off. That's really what we wanted there. We're cutting them off from the rest of their planets. They do have another fleet built up here. Let's see what that is. They took Carida. It looks like that was from the Empire of the Hand. I didn't really notice exactly what they were doing there, but the Empire is getting back in position a lot. The Empire of the Hand mostly getting forced out of the core there, while the Empire expands.
Complete.
And yeah, the Empire of the Hand's cut in half in the core as well, with the New Republic on either side. On one side, the Empire on the other side. They made it out all the way down to Yagdal. Fondor is cut off for the Empire, or for the Greater Maldrood. Ooh. Are you the one I forgot? Oh, you're Commodore's Pride. Oh, the other one's at Nero on. It was Yinkorn Nero. The Glory. My mistake. Let's get it started. No, not you. Let's actually use
Construction complete.
the Wrath of Cain.
We're moving out.
Because they might be assembling the invasion force from there. So if we can get Cain to take care of that, let's get you guys over this way. You're not going to invade from... I don't think the Empire's going to invade from Carida. They're still trying to get the planet sorted. Castle from Greater Maldrood to Imperial Remnant. So Maldrood is really just falling apart in this episode.
Construction complete.
They do have the space over Fondor, but I don't think they were able to take the ground.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, they also mostly backed off here, so this is going to be an easy win for Cain. I would like to get this fleet a little bit into the Hapes cluster, because it's a lot easier to defend from there. I'm okay with the Remnant coming in and taking some territory. We're not going to wipe them out yet. I just want to make it as easy as possible to take Maldrood's territory, and then we can build up our income from that. Alright.
IPV reporting.
Not really an IPV, but you're
Hypervelocity cannon
visible.
firing.
Hopefully that was the Secular, not something else that
Choose
just hit.
your reinforcements.
I don't want them to retreat. They're going to want to retreat. So what do we have here? We have Dragonheart, we have Loki's Throne, we have Outland, Kiwi Art,
There they are.
Stalwart. It might be fun to just drop Cain under these guys, but these actually... The Gladiators have proton torpedoes. There's a lot of bombers in there. That might be a terrible idea. Let's send him over there. Let's get our Raiders on this side. Let's drop a Secular on this side. I think this is just a regular Secular.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Yeah.
Reinforcements en route.
Let's get Dragonheart and Loki's Throne in here.
Confirmed.
And we'll put some more fighter support in the back. So Stalwart and Kiwi Art back there.
Awaiting
You
command.
guys stay on this side. And
Reinforcements
are
canceled.
you Stormcast?
Reinforcements canceled. Choose your reinforcements.
Taking him out.
There we go.
It's almost gone. Cover me now.
Orders, sir. Commencing attack run.
Watch for enemy ships. Engaging the enemy.
Reporting in. Skip Ray reporting.
Starting attack position. I'm on this one.
Awaiting your command.
That's good. Skip Ray's focused that side.
Ready for command.
Reaper, go for that guy.
Roger that.
You guys get in here.
Form up.
You guys get in here as well.
Weapons online.
So for this stream today, we are going to be doing some They Are Billions, new RTS. So that's going to be today at 2 p.m. EST. So if you go over to twitch.tv/CoreyLoser, we're going to be playing a bit of that. And then after that, I'm going to be doing some mod work, so I might continue the stream doing that, depending on how long it takes to do the mod work. So if you have a Twitch account and you haven't followed the channel there yet, definitely do that. That's where we're going to be doing all the streaming from now on. 'Cause it seems to be going fairly well with that. And because I really do feel a bit more comfortable streaming more often on there. So like,
Weapons online.
there we go. And we are going to be having another ICW full playthrough soon in the stream, because we are supposed to do the Yavithan Black Fleet Crisis GC,
Under control.
and that's probably all going to be done in one stream. So we'll do the whole GC in the stream, and then those videos will be sent to put on YouTube. But so I'll be playing the whole thing, and that'll probably be next Saturday, I want to say, or potentially Friday, depending on what else is going on in the week. But I'm going to try to have the whole stream schedule put up ahead of time. Since I've been back from Scotland, I've been slightly less organized than I was in the lead up to going to Scotland. So I need to get back on top of that kind of thing. Because I want to, part of that is that I want to redo all the channel art, and then I can have a good stream schedule. I also want to put up the a Fall of the Republic video today on the actual unit list. So that might be something you see. But yeah.
Watch for enemy ships.
The missile launchers are the primary target.
Go after them. Losing control.
Coming around. I've got them in my sight.
It's kind of hard to do any sort of videos on Fall of the Republic stuff right now, because it is just it's not being made yet, so I can't do like any sort of in-depth video on actual content. I can show some stuff off because we do have a lot of the assets rigged, and some are easily coded, but we already did the Republic unit list for it, and that was just an article. I kind of wanted to put both of the faction unit rosters in one thing, and I do know there are a lot of people who don't read the news post at all. They just watch the videos and vice versa. So it's the kind of thing where I would like to get a video out at some point. I just don't know when that would be feasible. Alright, so let's get... it would be nice to have Karada ourselves, but I'd... Ooh. Wow. That was a lot of stuff happening at once.
Moving out.
Let's get in there. We'll take Transitory Miss here. Because I was going to just leave it for them if they ended up taking...
Tactical battle imminent.
If the Imperial Remnant ended up taking the Transitory Miss, and then I would have just backed off, but they didn't keep it, so... Life is hard. I can also go and... We can take that second Transitory Miss that leads up into the Greater Maldrood territory in the northeast there. Because that's another easy opportunity for us. The Transitory Miss are only space, so saves us some time.
Roger that.
While still cutting down on their territory and being some decent income, but... Ooh, another raid fleet.
The enemy is approaching.
Especially when they haven't had time to actually build up anything here, it's good to get that stuff. So we should be able to wipe these guys out before... before the raid fleet even comes in here. Look how we can actually see our units in this battle. That's always nice. Unlike the last one. I'm also going to start thinking about more specifics for the
Move out. Firing.
what's it called, for the challenge mode playthrough kind of thing that I was talking about before, because that's looking like it might be, if not our next full playthrough, then the one after that. I'm still not 100% sure what we're going to do next, because I'm not sure if this will be done
Destroyer here.
by the time, or if this playthrough will be done by the time we're getting ready to release 2.2, which would be nice, but
Copy. Our target priority is the laser cannon.
it's always hard to tell with that kind of thing.
The lasers are our target.
Enemies in range.
Because it's been, what, this is episode 21, and we're maybe a third of the way through the galaxy. So you can usually expect the later stages of the GC to go a bit faster. But if any of the other factions put up the same kind of fight that Maldrood has been so far, and it looks like the New Republic and Empire of the Hand are getting pretty well entrenched, so I wouldn't be surprised if they end up being a bit more of a challenge as well. But I'm going to say it's probably like another 20 to 30 episodes, which is, what, 4 per week? So 16 per month.
Complete.
So it's a toss-up.
Building started.
I mean, you can infer from that whatever you want, but even I don't know when stuff's actually being released, so it's always hard to say. Like, we don't not give out release dates because we want to be mean. If we knew when stuff was coming out and we could be reasonably sure about it, we'd be more than happy to actually tell people.
Constructing unit.
Because that would even let us
In production.
plan stuff out and hype
Unit
stuff up,
in
whatever,
production.
all much better. It's just, it's really not
Constructing
possible to know
unit.
when that kind of thing's gonna, or when
Construction complete.
stuff will be done.
Construction complete.
Let's start making another
Let's
fleet at
move out.
Core. I feel pretty confident that these guys are going to be okay. I would like another Valaduja there. But it looks like the New Republic's actually making a lot of progress through here. So
Star Cruiser here.
yeah, I feel like we won't move past Nero 1 for a while. So that could be a good call. Let's get Gantrathor
Constructing
back
unit.
on these guys.
Building
we'll get
under
that.
construction.
On my
Those
way,
are just
sir.
ground units. Let's get Contruum built up.
Constructing.
Their capital's there. That's why they're making so much money off of
Star
it,
Cruiser here.
because they have the capital building. But we have
Building started.
two shipyards right next to each other here.
Building under
Star
construction.
Destroyer reporting in.
We've got a lot of stuff building in a lot of places. Let's get
Heading for coordinates.
a little bit of stuff. Let's get from DeSevro. Let's build them up on
Construction
Roche.
complete.
We'll leave that fleet there. We'll move Jarek, or we'll move Cisco around to the transitory mist there.
Unit in production.
That shouldn't be active right now. I always forget to turn off the alerts. That's the Streamlabs alerts. We're not streaming right now though, so.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Yeah, this fleet at Bilbringi could use some beefing up too. We can't leave Commodore's Pride all alone. Let's get a bunch of raiders in there, because either any of the factions that are left are going to be kind of a fighter problem. And okay, you guys made it. Feel comfortable enough leaving them there. Let's get
reporting.
you know what? Let's actually put Shunan's boat party
Construction.
here. Well, we've used
complete.
Shunan's boat party a lot, so let's get it over here.
Moving to coordinates.
And let's get Commodore's Pride in on this. And then we'll send that after...
Order confirmed.
We'll send this fleet
Coming
after the
around.
transitory mist there. We'll give the Maldrood a chance to
Construction.
distribute their forces a bit more, but the Remnant is really getting a lot of forces built up in
Construction
their
complete.
territory. It's just, there's so much Empire of the Hand
Star
stuff in
Destroyer
between
reporting
them.
in.
IPV reporting.
Let's get you guys You can't. There. Let's build some precursors. Okay.
Construction complete.
Because once we're in here, we'll have them cut up into, I guess, like 3 main parts. And then it'll be much easier for the other factions to deal with them.
Reinforcement available.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, so let's get in here.
Enemy unit
It shouldn't be a terribly difficult battle, it's just a couple ship. Oh. They're very close to us.
Reinforcements.
Let's get Devastator in there. And we'll see what's actually around here. Okay, so we can get Spartan's Pride, we can get Kiwi Art and regular Venator,
Canceled.
Let's move out.
along with Blessed Knee,
Reinforcements canceled.
Flank speed.
Tomcat, and Silver Shadow right there. Let's also get Lost Kings. And you guys focus on that the Secular. And then let's drop
Right away.
Commodore's Pride right in there.
Reporting in.
Okay, what's going on with these guys? Where's the ones that are... So it stops after you pause it. The icons track back to where the ships are. It looks like.
We've lost the shield generator.
What are you doing? Target goal in 1. You're way off the map.
We've lost the launch bay.
I think that's the same one.
Roger that. Engaging the enemy.
But it said that on the other map too.
Destroyer.
So
here.
is it
Ready.
related to the Golans and not actually related to the fighters?
Yes, sir.
No, don't go out either. Come on. Wait, oh no, that's based on destination. It's the Z value that's really off on that. Okay, so it's not just the Golan. It might. Okay, so it probably is related to the actual fighters then. Okay, there you go. 7,000, 7,000. Yeah, okay.
I copy. Attack commencing. Reporting. Attack.
Ready to receive orders. Heading for
Star
attack
Destroyer
position.
So I'll have to tell the
standing by.
testers to really focus on that. I want as much information on
Destroyer
that.
reporting in. Reporting. At your command.
What are your orders?
As I can get. If I'm going to finish my sentences, that's what I would have said.
Commander. Our target priority is
Okay.
the laser cannons.
You go straight in there. Can you make it in there?
falling out of
Yeah,
formation
I think
under
you'll be fine.
control. Draw their
Awaiting.
fire.
Start getting these guys on this side.
Open fire.
Enemies in range. Watch him. He's coming around. Behind them. I have them
The launch
now.
bay is gone.
Carrick commander here. Carrick en route.
Awaiting your orders.
But it's like week what? And we have 9,000 credits?
I got him.
Without having a huge amount of ships? We're probably at what? Half our population cap total?
Awaiting your command. The lasers
So that's a pretty
are our
good sign,
target.
especially without all the AI
Your
upgrades in yet.
command, sir.
That it's still
Attack
something
that
of a challenge at this point.
Attacking target. Commander.
Attack
Fire at will.
And I think one of the big things that holds some of the factions back, the AI factions back,
Reporting in.
later on in the GC is being slightly gated by the what's it called? By the pop cap. Because as they get reduced in planets, they won't be able to match our fleets as much. So I'm kind of thinking about different structures that we can put in. Like we already have the bigger stations, and then maybe even some like Golan space colonies or something, to allow factions that have fewer planets to actually build up more. So they still need the credit investment. They still need something, but it'd be a good way to add in something, a bit of a balancing lever. Because having less territory isn't necessarily an indicator that they're doing worse, especially considering some of the starting points. And even then, even if they are doing worse, especially as the AI, you do want it to be something like still interesting later on in the GC. You don't want to just be like half the GC done and then there's 2 factions that control 25% of the planets and it's like they can't even do anything to you. That's kind of, it just gets boring because you're still trying to finish the GC and then it's like, well, what's the point? But yeah, so let's get those guys up there. This path we kind of have to worry about, but I don't think it'll be that much of an issue.
Beginning construction. Construction complete.
Heavy victories standing by.
Let's build some acclimators. Let's build Silver Shadow and Stormcast back up and Hood. Oh no, that's just the Enforcer.
Unit in production.
Let's get one of those. If we take Carda, not that we're going to, but just theoretically. How does that work for us? I mean, I think I said it earlier that ideally we'd get the Kessel, Kashyyyk, Kuwat, and Coruscant line. And that pretty much secures us. Then we can move up to Mon Calamari into Hast. But only if it has to be that way. I think we can divide some of these guys up a little bit more too. So let's get you. Check out Garros.
Crews are online.
I regret saying that, by the way. Let's put you in there. Let's get Yoda's Bane and Razgriz. Let's send them over to that new fleet at Yinkor. Alright, so we definitely want this territory. We don't mind what happens to this territory.
Crews are online.
Eventually we're going to take it, but yeah. The New Republic, Saijo should definitely be at least level 2. I mean, Sluy Van's down here, Elrood's down here. This is just, there's so many planets down in this area that are only level 1. And I feel like that shouldn't be the case. There should be at least a few more that are higher level bases. Like you have Sluy Van and Sullust, that, yeah, Raidu should be level 2, that's good. But Atravis should be level 2, I think. Mustafar maybe level 2 because it is industrial. Saijo level 2. Bespin's more economic, so we can just bump up the credits for that, but that's fine. Yeah, I think that all sounds good to me. FK list. Are they going to take Fondor? No, because Corellia, Talasia, wow. The Empire of the Hand is so split up. How did this even happen? Anyways. This fleet I'm worried about. Oh, that's mostly fighters. That's why it's such a big stack. Never mind. This fleet, same kind of deal. Looks like they lost a lot trying to push back the New Republic anyways. Let's see what this... Military there. Empire of the Hand is still higher. Mostly because of these stacks in the middle, though. Well, we'll leave that there because the Empire of the Hand is going to want to take that back from the Greater Maldrood. So, we will leave Cisco here. And...
Building under construction.
Let's get these Acclimator stacks. We'll get Kiwi Art. And we'll get Blessed Knee. We'll add that to
Navigating.
this fleet over here. We'll add these guys to that fleet, and then we're going to go into Metalorn. These are mostly going to be frigate stacks. They don't have any shipyards left other than Thanos, so they don't have anything in this area that's going to be able to build anything super big.
Complete.
They have Charuba, but that's more the Empire's problem right now. Alright, there we go. Once we get into Metalorn, I think that'll be our last battle for the day.
Tactical battle imminent.
Tactical battle is imminent. I like this map. That was a good view of the vendor coming into the battle like that.
Choose your
Look, sir,
reinforcements.
it's them.
On our way. Copy that. Heading for...
I remembered a lot of the planets in this area specifically because of the super long Maldrood playthrough we had earlier on before the demo release.
Choose your reinforcements.
Because that was a lot of just getting attacked and almost losing towards the start as well. Until we got, I think the Bellator was when we started being able to turn it around. There's going to be a lot of precursors.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Reinforcements en route.
I copy.
There we go.
Heavy victory standing by. Gun crews fire at will. Captain on deck.
Weapons online.
Alright, Fire Vindication, you are going to survive, but this they won't have many fighters at all here because it's all
The
precursors.
lasers are our target.
Nowhere to run. Awaiting orders.
Orders, sir. Attacking the lasers.
I've got him. Falling out of formation. Our launch bay has been disabled. Draw their fire. Attack formation.
Rip precursor.
Enemy ships.
Launch bay is gone.
The torpedo launcher has been destroyed.
Choose your reinforcements.
Who are you? Rebels End? Let's get you in there.
Primary engine system is down.
Taking them out.
Target locked. Intercepting.
Destroyer here.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Our target priority is the laser cannons. The lasers are our target.
They did a fair amount of damage here to just the regular Praetor. Busan's tears come around the end. Let's get you just a circle around.
Formation. He's headed your
And Secutor, get in there.
Formation. Get behind them.
Copy. Take out the iron.
Okay, we can start sending Rebels End in towards the station.
Choose your reinforcements.
And let's actually get
Confirmed.
a couple acclimators in there as well.
Roger.
We can just take out the station this way.
Cruiser here. Attacking.
I copy.
coming in quick. More enemy craft.
I have them now. Taking fire.
Alright,
I'm on this.
not too bad.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
I've got them in my sights. Watch him. He's coming around.
I've got him.
Back around for another run.
Alright, so that'll do it for today's episode, I think. So thanks for watching, everyone. Like I said, there's going to be a stream today on twitch.tv/CoreyLoses. We are going to be playing They Are Billions, and then the next stream that's guaranteed to happen will be on Monday, where we're going to be working on some more mod stuff. But that is going to do it for now. So again, thanks for watching. See you next time, everyone.